You are now tuned in to My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule, and that's be respectful. You are now tuned in to My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. Goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule, and that's be respectful.
Holla at us next week, man.
No doubt, man, and definitely shout out to the family, liberationmindedmedia.net. That is Black Eye Stand, Do the Knowledge Radio, The Rundown with Renee, and My Skin is My Sin. And don't forget to share the show, man. If you check it out today, or if you check it out next week, or if you check it out in 1,000 years, and if you are that motherfucker that digs us up in 1,000 years, you are the most phenomenal individual to ever walk the galaxy for digging up this greatness and still share our shit, man. Shout out to you. Don't forget to check out the websites, emeraldshell.com, designsbymonet.com, and myskinismysin.net.
What's good, fam? This is Jobs, and you are tuned in to the water cooler. Y'all already know, man. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only got one rule, and that's be respectful. Yo, we got Juliano, Santiago in the building, and we got to be quick. We on a good time frame, so we got the king in here for about a half an hour. And let me make sure that we turn on the Skype and make sure that people can hear you. How you doing, King?
Oh, man, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed under the circumstance. I can't complain, brother. How about yourself?
Man, I'm humble, bro. To be honest, I'm humbled that you opted to come on the show tonight, bro.
Yeah, man, whatever I got to do, you know what I'm saying, to speak my piece, you know what I'm saying, whatever I can do, you know what I'm saying, to help anybody else out, you know what I'm saying, it's also helping me out, When you get blessings, you know what I'm saying, you keep them cycled, bro. That's how I look at them. You just continue to recycle the blessings, bro. So it's a blessing.
Okay, and first and foremost, people want to get your music. How do they do that? Where they go? Get in contact. What's the IG? Man,
I'm streaming everywhere, man. But my IG is Juliano _Santiago_. But digitally, I'm everywhere. Spotify, Amazon, Pandora, iTunes, Apple Music, any digital platform, I'm there. YouTube, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. That's dope. Oh, and I was checking out the Bobby Fischer joint. Oh my God! First off, I knew the story of Bobby Fischer, but I had to refresh my memory. Yo, that's some real shit right there. And the music's fucking fire, bruh.
I appreciate it.
And you sound better than cats that's like on the outside.
Yeah, it took me a minute to master the quality portion of it. It took me a minute. Honestly, that's my 13th or 14th project from behind these walls, and the quality got from having different engineers touching on my stuff to different producers and all the stuff. I finally got a sound now that sounds just like if I was out there in the studio. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. How you
doing that,
though, bro? How the fuck is you doing this shit?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's an app, It's apps. They got apps for this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a musician was on the road and he wanted to record right then and there's apps. They got an app called Audio Evolution. You feel me? I ain't gonna give you all the secrets, but I'm gonna give you enough, man. But there's these apps called Audio Evolution, and it's one called N-Track, and I learned on Audio Evolution, and what I did was I took it and ran with it, and it's tedious. It's a lot of work involved, but once you send it to the engineer, like my engineer,
mm-hmm.
he gonna go to work. He gonna clean up, because when I first started, I didn't care too much about what the background and you know what I'm saying. But I got engineers now who know how to clean it up to where they taking all that out of there. Like I'm actually in the studio.
Yeah, and then when I seen the clip that Preach posted, I was like, bruh, that we got to get him on the show if possible. And that shit looks so fire. Shout out to Preach too, by the way, man.
Yeah, that's my dude.
Preacher's the GOAT, man. Dude is money. You know, shout out to him. Mozzie Records. How's that happen?
Yeah. Mozzie, that's my little bro, you know what I'm saying? Like from the streets. We from the same neighborhood. I'm from Oak Park, he's from Oak Park. That was my little bro, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's still my little bro, to this day. We did music on the streets. Before he was Mozzie and he was just Lil Tim, Izai, and he had these other names he had. He was 13, 14 years old coming up, so he been rapping his whole life. And Lil Brett always been dope. The wordplay always been there. But when I got incarcerated, you know what I'm saying? We lost touch for a second, but he kept me in his rear view. And when he got where he got, I mean, I stopped doing music for nearly 9 years, and I focused on other things. I was really, really focusing on myself. But then, I'm gonna keep it real. Bruh came and got me 2017. He reached out to me through one of my homies named Billy D. He reached out to me, and he said, "You ready?" I remember this conversation vividly. He said, "Big bro, you ready?" And I'm like, "Let's go." And I didn't know where it would go from that point, you know what I'm saying, and how big it would get. I just ran with it. And I dropped my first project. He was like, all you need is 6 songs. My first project was Prison Ties Volume 1. And here we are 2 years later, bro. 2 years later, I've got, 6 songs with him that's doing numbers. I've got 14 projects right now with Mozzie Records. I mean, it couldn't get no better from where I am, honestly, and I feel blessed. I feel like I'm very humbled by this experience. It's been a journey, but I love that little nigga, you know what I'm saying?
And that's fucking dope, man. Shout out to Mozzie.
Yeah.
A lot of cats ain't doing that when they should be.
He reached out, and
do it cause problems for you inside though?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Actually, it's a time killer. Like, music is my go-to. When I'm going through things, when I'm stressed, and I just put it in the music. That's how that Place Fort King kind of came about. I'm trying to expand. Because at the end of the day, you're limited on things you can talk about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm not flying these jets. You know what I'm saying? I'm not visiting these islands. I'm not doing all of these things these niggas is doing, driving in the Lamborghinis and all of that. Now, if I was home, it'd be different. If I was home, I'd be booming right now, and we could talk about a plethora of things. But I'm not. So I remember it was a point. I think I was halfway through where I'm at now, and I was about 6 projects in, and I started talking to my partner, Maserati Ricky. Shout out to Maserati Ricky, and I said, bro, listen to me. I don't know what else to talk about. And he was like, bro, you got to give them the struggle. They need to hear what you going through in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck what's going on out here, bro. Like you can't relate to everything that's going on out here because you're not out here, but you can give them the struggle because you're in there. And so he helped me. He helped me see that, you know what, I can put some of this pain into this music. And that's all I've been doing since.
That's some real shit right there too, bro. And you can hear it. It's so vintage West Coast. And I'm a cat that grew up in Detroit.
Yeah.
But you in your bag, and I was sitting here trying to think, like, is there somebody that I could compare him to from like Sacramento or the West Coast? And I'm like, no, not that I know of. Like, you in your own lane, bro, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Like, and I'm gonna tell you something. This is real shit from me to you. I love R&B. I love R&B. You know what I'm saying? That's my, bruh, look, I'm gonna keep it real. That's me. I fucks with R&B, right? So I don't really listen to rap. I don't listen to rap like that. Every now and then I'll fuck with some NBA Youngboy or some other shit like Rod Wave and some new shit. But on some real shit, bro, I just be in my R&B tip. I'm an older cat, I feel like. But that's why I can't sit here and take pieces from this nigga and take pieces from Lil Wayne and these niggas. Like, I grew up in that era and they was dope. and you don't take nothing away from them. But at the same time, I can't take nothing from the niggas and put it in my music. I have my own lane, my own sound, and I'm okay with that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like nobody else, and I'm glad you said that. I can appreciate that.
I mean, cause that's some real shit, bro. And shout out to your boy too, cause that was some quality advice right there. You know, and niggas got to
Yeah.
be honest with niggas. You know, talk about your existence. You know, um, man, it's tough because you want to ask some questions and then you kind of don't. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I know I told you to keep away from certain shit, man. Go ahead and shoot it, man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 across the board, bro.
Any regrets? I hear regret in your music.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't regret. I'm the type of, and this is real shit. I told my children this.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't say I have any regrets. I can say though, and I'm pretty sure everybody else can say the same thing if they can go back knowing the shit they know now that they did shit differently. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that doesn't mean you regret those things. You know what I'm saying? Because had I not experienced the things I've gone through, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm happy with the person I am today. I can actually sit there and say that I've come a long way, and I'm proud of myself, honestly. And I couldn't say that 10 years ago.
Like right now,
You know what I'm saying?
on the live stream, I got the picture of you, like in the cell. Your back is to the wall, and you touching the toilet. And I'm assuming that your foot is either really close to the other wall or touching the wall. How do you get used to that?
It's one of those things where you're going to sink or you're going to swim, bruh. It's one of those things where you don't know how strong you really are. And I had to tell my older brother the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how strong you truly are until you placed in a situation like this where you can't do nothing but live. You know what I'm saying? You're going to, and an OG told me once, he said, your cell is either going to be a womb or a tomb. And I said, what you mean, OG? OG said, a womb. When a baby is being born and it's in that womb and it's, you know what I'm saying, it's getting the nutrients from the mother and it's growing and it's getting ready to come out. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, or it could be a tomb. It could be your death, bro. And I said, you know what? I never looked at it like that. And so I ran with that. I mean, this is my womb right now. And they going to open soon. You know what I'm saying? One of these days, these doors is going to open. And I've been in here preparing the whole time for it. You feel me?
You got an out?
I got a YOP date right now. I got a youth offender date. You know, they're giving all these young men who committed their crimes under the age of 25 youth offender dates. And it's still, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's still 7 years out. But I got an attorney right now. I got an appeal attorney. It's looking all right now. I can't say it's not. So, and it's the laws are changing. A lot of things is happening right now. Excuse me, in my favor. And but most importantly, God is good, man. Timing is everything, and I know I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? I can feel it, and they're gonna open soon. You know, they just got to be ready for me.
That would be dope. What's the first thing you do?
Oh, when I touch down?
Yeah.
I mean, I've played that day over in my head because I've been down 12 years now. I've been down 12 years, and I played that day. Yeah, I went down. I went down when I was young. I was 24 when I went down, and I played that day over and over in my head. But most importantly, it's family. You know what I'm saying? I got to spend some time with the family. I got to get back in tune because, you know, my kids, my daughter grown now, my son growing up. You know, mom and them ain't got too long left. Shit like that, you feel me? And so that shit right there really touches home to me. So that's it. I mean, the doors is going to be, these niggas going to be knocking my doors down trying to get me on shit and trying to, you know, take me away from that. I understand that. But I got to get with the fam first, man.
I feel you on that one, bro. Like, and I'm going to keep it a stack with you, man. I wasn't, you know, Mr. Nice Guy back in the day. I wasn't, like, horrible, but anyway, one day, man, I just made a decision that I did not want, I wanted to be able to see my daughters graduate. I packed up a garbage bag full of shit and hopped on a Greyhound and left Detroit.
That's deep.
That's
That's deep.
yeah. Like it was just like shit start happening to my people I fuck with, and
Yeah, you
I didn't
start,
owe nobody no money or no shit like that. I just did not want my daughters to not have me.
and that's, and I ain't gonna lie, that's a blessing that you learn through other people. You know what I'm saying? By watching that type of shit, and you learned. And I commend you because I ain't gonna lie. I wish I would have. I wish I would have learned through watching other people mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, but I was fighting. I was battling because the neighborhood I come from, it's kind of kill or be killed, man. It's
Yeah.
kind of and I'm pretty sure you can relate to that being in Detroit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Shout out to Detroit, man. Um, I know them as tough environments. You know what I'm saying, that we come from, and it's one of them things where it was kill or be killed, and I was running from it. Don't get me wrong, I was running from it because I felt it.
Mm-hmm.
I felt this right here coming, and I tried I can't say every avenue, but I tried a lot of avenues to try to escape it, and I couldn't escape it, and this is where I am now. I don't cry over spilled milk. I roll with the punches. That's the type of individual I am, and I believe that there's a purpose. You know what I'm saying? There's a purpose involved with this right here. God sat me down for a reason, because I ain't gonna lie, I could have been dead, man. I should have been dead already.
Yeah, man. I used to live like that, and then that shit set your life back 15 years, whether you inside or out. Because by the
Hmm.
you make it to 25 and you realize, oh fuck, I'm not dead. Now what?
Right.
So you wasn't planning to make it to 25. Now you got to go back and try to fix the fuck ups that you made up to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I mean, I made amends with my past. It was hard forgiving myself,
mm-hmm.
but that's where it starts. That's where the healing process starts. You got to forgive yourself, man. Because it's fucked up watching your kids through pictures um grow up like this. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter just had a daughter. She's 19. She just had a daughter. So it's deep. It's deep, man. But I mean, there's blessings that I've experienced being in here. I recently got married. Shout out to wifey. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
when everybody turned their back on me, she showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Wifey showed up, man. Dropped a bag on the attorney for me. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that I didn't see while I was out there.
Mm-hmm.
But being in here now, I'm wide open.
Yeah.
I'm wide open, and I see it now.
You know what's crazy, bro? My daughter just had a baby,
Yeah.
and
Congratulations.
congratulations to you. And I don't want to offend you, but if do you mind if I share my experience?
Nah, man, please do.
And it was interesting, bro. I got the call. I drive up to Detroit. I'm on the way. I get there. She still ain't had the baby. I'm in the hospital. She's lovely. Her dude is just fucking spectacular, like the ultra super baby daddy. I'm good. Um, Go home, come back, C-section, baby is born. Seeing my daughter hold her daughter is one of the best moments of my life.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. I
Man,
believe in the generations.
oh my God. And
Yes, blessings, bro. And go ahead, I'm listening, big bro.
and I have a picture like of him holding his daughter, and I just could relive that shit, man. It's just yeah, you know. And
I mean,
I wanted to share
I
that
still
because I
feel
wanted
it.
you to have that visual that
Yeah,
you can
man,
rest
that's
with.
dope.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't, man, I love it, bro. I love it. You know what I'm saying? That I'm living through other people. That's what I tell Mozzie all the time, bro. I'm living through you. You know what I'm saying? Until I get there, I'm living through you, bro. Tell him the truth. You know what I'm saying? I drop gems on him all the time, and he run with it. I drop gems. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. There's no point in living these experiences and going through the things that we go through if we can't share them with other people. So I appreciate that, big bro.
No doubt, man. Shit, man. It's been dope as fuck. And we got like, I don't know, 8 minutes to go. I don't know how like they quick on the trigger they is out there. But this has probably been one of the dopest 30 minutes we've had on the show, bro. Salute to you, King.
Hey man, I appreciate it, man. This is these only come once in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? And I only know a few other cats that's really doing it behind these walls like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Lil Dallas, bruh. That's another person you might want to get on the show. Lil Dallas dope, man. He got, bruh got 30-something thousand. He got 30-something thousand followers. Bruh got a lot of projects out. He getting ready to touch it down, too. And, I mean, Yada, shout out Yada. Yada doing this thing, man. Like, these is cats that's behind these walls, and they not allowing these circumstances, you know what I'm saying, to break them.
That's dope
You
as
feel what I'm
fuck.
saying? Yeah, this is, it's a humbling experience, man. And I don't, me personally, I just push. I put them headphones on, do my music, and I push and I drop project after project. I ain't gonna lie, my first year when he came and got me, man, I dropped 8 projects that year. Look, let me share something with you, man. When my first check came, bro, I was lightweight offended. I said, hold on, little bruh. I waited nearly 5 months for my first check from Prison Ties Volume 1, and I got that little bro. I said, hey, Mozzie, check this out, bro. You sure this is it? Hey, mind you, this is at a time where he booming and he's posting checks on IG and he's showing how he getting 20, 30, 40,000 a month off checks. And I said, hold on, bro. You sure this is it? And he had it. And I ain't going to lie, he coached me through the digital game. And he was like, big bro, listen to me. You got 1 project out right now. Nigga, I got 80-something projects out. And then I said, oh, it's a numbers game, huh? Okay, I'll be right back at you. And then right after that, I just dropped. Boom, 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 boom. I'm dropping. And now I'm starting to see it come in. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's just a numbers game, bruh. And shit, shout out to Spotify. Last year, I did over 100,000 streams.
Really?
That was on... Yeah, I did over 100,000 on one. Only on one. Mind you, I got 2 accounts on Spotify.
Nigga, locked up?
Yeah, man.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah, I was out.
That's crazy, bro. That's dope. Yo, and if you do know any cats that's locked up that want to call up, bro, just hit me up. You already know how to get in contact with me. And we'll definitely arrange that, man, because our shit is from goons to guys, bro. We want to make sure everybody feel welcome, and our brothers that's locked down need to have a voice. Oh yeah, I think our conversation might be done. Not sure, but it's sounding that way, because I'm not hearing anything and nothing hung up.
Oh, no, my bad, big brother.
Oh.
Thing ain't touched it, man. My bad, man. I'm sitting here talking. My bad.
Oh,
I had you on mute for a second. Nah, this ain't over yet.
I'm like, hey, I don't know, bro. It might be.
Nah, we good, man. Look, we got a couple minutes left, man. And you had just said something too, from goons to gods, and.
Oh, I was just saying that's like our that's our slogan. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, but that's it. That's my message, man. That's my whole thing. Man, this right here, don't let your past define you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Facts.
because you screwed up and you fucked up in the past don't mean that you can't come out on top, man. Just because you grew up in the slums don't mean you gotta stay there. And what I mean by that is not physically but mentally. You feel what I'm saying to you? Mentally, you don't have to live there. I don't live in this prison. My mind's not here. I'm subject to it physically, but my mind and my spirit's not here. You know what I'm saying to you?
Mm-hmm.
And that's my message to these young niggas. Like, man, it's a way out. We creating lanes for you young niggas, man. It's lanes, and that's the whole thing, man. Put your mind to it. And jump in one of these lanes, bro. If you want to create your own lane, attach yourself to something or ask somebody how to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? How they do it. You know what I'm saying? There's lanes that we created. We created this Mozzie lane, this Old Rules lane by Maserati Ricky. We got all these. We got BOE Sosa, my young nigga that's in the hood right now. We got all these Shooter Gang with Coney Ginobili. We got all these niggas. So it's lanes from Oak Park right now in one neighborhood with all these lanes. Jump in one of these lanes and push.
That's
we
dope,
made a
too.
way out, man.
Facts. Niggas gotta not be lazy though, man. You cannot think you gonna get that shit overnight.
Man, speak on it. You gotta work. And like I shared with you, my first check wasn't shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't stop there. And I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna hang it up. I'm like, man, fuck this. But then I said, you know what? I'm not doing that. Hold on. And here I am, man. And it's been a hell of a journey, man. I appreciate it.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. If you need anything, bro, if I can, we got you, bro. You already know. Like I said, hit me up. Anytime.
It's all good, man.
And shout out to your whole
Thank you for
team.
this opportunity, man.
Thank you, bro. It was something I fucking wanted to say, man, and I'm so.
Shout out to my whole team. I heard you say it, man.
Absolutely. I'm looking at the clock and it's like I'm rushing myself and shit, and I ain't accustomed to that. I'm an ADHD type of person, so that's what the whole show is pretty much. Hey, we be all over the place with this shit, bro. To be quite honest. But it was just I'm like, yeah, we need to get him on the show, and I'm glad that we did. You got a dope ass spirit too, King. And keep your head up, bro. Do niggas even write letters anymore and shit?
No, I don't get that shit no more. I mean, I even got fan mail before and shit like that, but no, I don't get no letters or nothing like that. If it ain't from wifey and the family, I don't really. Nah, all these niggas want to do now is send some money to shut you up, bro. Every now and then, here go $50 or here go $30, nigga, shut up. Shit like that, bro. And I can't complain, bro. It is what it is, man. It helps out.
Yeah, man. I got an uncle, man. That nigga been locked up, man. I'm my whole life. Seen this nigga one time, man, and pretty much, man, like for the most part, 99% of that nigga he just disappeared to the rest of us. I didn't know him, but for everybody, unfortunately, yeah. And I don't think he want to get out at this point.
Yeah, they become institutionalized, bruh. And that's the fucked up part about this.
Yeah.
They try to take your spirit from you, bruh. That's what this is built and designed to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna have to kill me first, bruh, before I give up. I made a promise to myself, to my daughter, as long as you keep fighting for me, nigga, I'm gonna continue fighting for you, baby.
That's what's up, man. That's a man right there, man. And that's all
for
you
sure.
can do. And she'll appreciate that.
Yeah, we've had our rocky moments, man. You know what I'm saying? I love that girl to death. We've had our rocky moments because of, when you leave a child and they 7 and then you look up, they 19 now. You know what I'm saying? They build a little resentment because daughters, they need their dads. And but I understand her, and I'm able to sympathize and empathize with her, all the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where she comes from, and I feel her pain, and I never turn my back on my kids. So when she lashes out, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I did this, and I take that on the chin.
Although I will say, for the record, that even if you was out, they still trip on you sometime. Just saying.
For sure.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
And they spoiled. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God, I could go on, bro, about that shit. But yeah, man, before you go, bro, because it's like 9:30, so I don't know if they just stopped the shit or not, man. Again, we just want to say thank you, man, on behalf of the whole team, man. My skin is my sin in the building with the water cooler. It's been an honor and a privilege, bro, to build with you, King. Yeah,
salute, man. My skin is my sin, man. Salute, man. I love the slogan, man. I love what you're doing, man. Keep it pushing, bro. It's a pleasure, my brother.
No doubt, man. And I'll be looking out for you on the ground.
It's all good, man. I'm right here whenever you need me.
All right, no doubt, man. Peace to you and your family.
All right, God.
All right, peace.
All right, bye.
Okay, so that was just fucking dope. I am not gonna lie. Like, that was probably one of the most, and I wish we had more time because it was all kind of shit that I really wanted to get into. But I knew if you ask certain questions, it's gonna be a long time to get to a somewhat of an answer or whatnot. So, yeah, oh my God. But I really, really didn't start the show adequately. And just because I can, I want to make sure that we start this bitch the way we supposed to on the water cooler. Time constraints prevented us from doing that because obviously being locked up, you pretty much, it is what it is. We did get the first part of the intro, but we did not get the water cooler intro. And I got to throw that out there.
No! Fuck, bitch! Fuck. Got blunt? Got weed?
My motherfucking sister. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My motherfucking sister. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pop saucy, I'm splashing on him. Eddie B, that's my fucking brother. Fat nigga with a lot of money. You can't touch this MC Hammer. Tools on me like Bob the Builder. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Hit the bar with 10K. Ballin' on another level. Goku, Super Saiyan when I come through. Kicking shit like Johnny Cage. Yo, bitch ugly, play with play. My bitch bad like Princess Leia. Name buzzing like a bumblebee. Niggas mad, they don't fuck with me. Sweet baby raised on my fucking feet. Jump in the pussy like Blue's Clues. Put them out like who's who. Where in the world is Waldo? Hit your bitch like a domino. Big black like King Kong. Place hole like a ringtone. Use them up on Bible phone. Kick her out like DW. Or by the bill like Claire Huxtable. Hit your man like a Royal Rumble. Do you smell what the rock is cooking? It don't matter, you jabroni. Getting money all by my lonely. Niggas mad, they don't even know me. Got the sauce, I do what the fuck I want.
Oh, yeah.
Big Pippin, Scotty Pippen, 33 bitches, swag dripping, shoes Italian, shirt Egyptian, I'm money mention, did I mention I'm on a mission, moonwalking in the rain, Michael Bivins, Big Pippin, Scotty Pippen, 33 bitches, swag dripping, shoes Italian, shirt Egyptian, I'm money mention, did I mention I'm on a mission, moonwalking in the rain, Michael Bivins, big sexy, hoes love me, got a big, they wanna rub it. Money long, they wanna fuck me. I'm a pimper, even if she ugly. Diamonds yellow like Bart Simpson. Chain ice, I'm bartending. Real nigga, you pretending. Flossing on them like a fucking detective. Going up like an elevator. She gon' ride it like an escalator. Black activist, sipping activator. Black coupe, name it Dog Vader. White lemonade, shoe, not later. Bossing up like Essie Slater. Big short speaker, sauce needs. Take bands up my fucking sleeve. Bitch, some sauce preaching to the hoes. Teach the hoes how to make the dough. After that, kick it out the door. This sauce always on the road. That's your soul. Dripping, pimping, all the nigga knows. Yes, I'm shining, this a diamond show. Show respect to my diamonds, bro. Oh yeah, big sexy. I don't couple cause these hoes is messing. Pimping, yeah, my sauce is dripping. Don't act this shit, mind your fucking business. I'm on a mission, trying to make the chicken. Ripping biscuit, trying to get the cheddar. Chain ice like a gold medal. Side shock in my fucking bezel, yeah. Big Pippin, Scotty Pippen, 33 bitches.
Yo, peace.
Yeah, all right, we should be good now. Just got to make sure we got shit going. Hey, Markel, man, that was fucking fire. But he's the only person on the planet that heard that interview besides myself. That was fucking fire, man. Like dude was honest about shit. And you know I wasn't gonna ask him about certain shit, even though he pretty much, you know, when he got on the phone, because you know I was like, I didn't want to ask certain shit. He was like, "No, bro, go ahead, ask whatever you want to ask. I just feel like talking about the shit."
No, that's what's up.
Yeah, you know, so it was a very, very, very dope, man. So shout out to Juliano, Santiago, and shout out to Preach, man. That nigga is fucking dope when it comes to this video shit, bro. He did a video for
Preach.
yeah.
Preach one of them niggas,
Yeah, like old boy did like Juliano did. Hold on one second. But Juliano like shot a video, you know, in the joint, and Preach mixed that bitch so quality. I mean, I just seen the clip and I was like, oh my god, this don't even look. It looked like a nigga that's on the outside that rented, you know, a cell for the day.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, So I was like, yeah, that's man, and it was this guy's been locked up for 12 years, bro. That's a long fucking time. I don't, man. I don't want to spend a night in jail, let alone.
Yeah, 12 slices is some hard shit, boy.
Yeah, that man, 12 pieces, no joke right there. But the brother was positive about it, and hopefully things will work out, And if you need anything, like I told him, hit us up, And shout out to Markel, man. What the fuck we talking about too? And I'm pretty sure he gonna keep the music up, like that's right in his wheelhouse. And matter of fact, check him out too while you're at it. Dude, like I ain't just blowing smoke. Dude actually got some fire ass shit. Like that Bobby Fischer project he got, nigga. That shit's dope. Sad part. I mean, like I won't say the sad part, but the dope part about it is like the shit sound like the nigga went to the studio. Like he said, he finally like got he in his bag as far as the sonically how he wants shit to sound.
That's dope.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't even tell. So that is real dope. What the fuck? Yeah, what we talking about today, bro?
Man, shit, whatever.
So that means you got nothing, bro.
Lizzo came for Dr. Boyce Watkins. With Dr. Boyce.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's stop right there, bro. And I never, ever drag black people publicly. Would that be correct?
We're not dragging. We're reporting.
No. I'm not saying that we dragging him. I'm just saying. But would that be correct? That I don't call people coons. I don't disrespect black folks publicly. Like we may talk about some shit. I'd be like, oh, I can't stand that motherfucker. But publicly, I'm not gonna say that shit.
Oh yeah.
But this nigga, Dr. Boyce Watkins, needs to ease the fuck up on Lizzo. This shit's looking bad, bro.
I don't like on one end, like all he said was, "Yo, she's popular because she's fat." Like that's it, because she got high blood pressure. You know what I mean? In a music school, like that's it. That's all he said for real. Like, and it's true.
I mean, it's not true. Like, there are more popular chicks that are skinny. Are they popular because they skinny?
Yes, imagery is a factor.
Okay, so then why are you mad that she's popular because she's bigger?
No, all he did was make a blanket statement.
No, bruh. Like, this dude then went on a whole ass campaign about her. And I'm dead ass. That's why I got to the point where she responded. That wasn't like the first tweet, nigga. That might have been the 50th tweet. Like, this nigga went on, he literally was clout chasing, bruh. It's like, how you a motherfucker keeps saying the same shit. That's, the more he keeps saying the same shit, the more you like, bruh. Like, is this how you really feel, or are you just trying to make a buck off of this person?
Like, it looked like I mean, like, he basically said, like, like she put a talcum powder in between the titties because they sweat a lot and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was some regular shit. Like, it was a true statement. Like, I don't understand where the outrage is coming from.
No, what I'm saying is it was not just one time, bruh. Like, he's making videos and tweets and all type of shit. Like you clout chasing at this point. It ain't got nothing to do with her. You see that it's a popping topic. And so she the slanderer of the moment, or the slanderee of the moment for him. Which, to be quite honest, man, like, you don't fuck with Twitter all that much. I fucks with Twitter a little bit more. That's kind of like been his thing recently. I don't know why. Like, it was dope with just the business shit, and all this, like, this 80 shit and her. Like he turning into that guy that's always in some shit. And you're not even close to really, like, if somebody, and no disrespect to him, I think he's an intelligent brother. I think he means well in a lot of aspects, and I think he does well in a lot of aspects. I'm not going to deny him that. But, there are some areas where I would strongly disagree with him for using his platform to perpetuate, in-house fighting stereotype. Like, you Dr. fucking Boyce Watkins. You gonna tell me you can't, if you really wanted to say something to Lizzo, like, privately, you can't find somebody that knows her people? No. You know why? Because that wouldn't make him no fucking money. That's what I'm saying. Like, you her elder. If you see that the sister is making what you deem to be a mistake, which from a financial aspect, if that was her goal, it was definitely not a mistake. But if you at a certain point and you feel like, maybe I have some wisdom to offer to her, make that attempt first. Don't just bash her publicly, like, unnecessarily. She just got money. She don't know what the fuck to do. She trying to figure shit out. Of course she gonna make some mistakes.
Start with the dietitian.
Why, bruh? Like, y'all making it seem like a larger person is instantly unhealthy. It is a lot of skinny motherfuckers with diabetes.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It is
that's a fact.
Right.
It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of big ones who got it too.
It is, but the implication is that any person that's larger than the normal person is automatically unhealthy unless they are in the NBA or they play football. Somehow them offensive lineman niggas is healthy when you could be the exact same size as them niggas and somehow you obese and out of shape.
You picked the sport. You picked the sport out of all the sports you just named and told me where the Lizzo prototype fits. So she's not built like a basketball player, right? She's not built like a swimmer. Like she's gonna be more close to a D lineman than any of the other sports you just named. Now you tell me. Yo, real shit. Now you tell me what's healthy about that for a woman who's built like a D lineman.
I mean, what I'm saying is that you cannot automatically imply that she is unhealthy. I mean, first off, she got bread. You got a bunch. You got a bunch of niggas out here who don't even have health care, calling somebody unhealthy. You don't even fucking know if you're unhealthy.
That's great, but what I'm saying is, that's great. That's fine and dandy. Well, all I'm saying is that if the closest resemblance that you can compare her to is a defensive lineman, as a woman, as an African American woman right now in 2019 or maybe 2020, there's no way you can tell me that's healthy.
What I'm saying is, again, like it just doesn't automatically. Is it optimal? No. But what's optimal for? I don't know how tall she is, but let's say she's 5'11". What's an optimal size for a 5'11" woman?
That's a big broad.
She is. She's huskier. No.
No.
What?
Husky died out in the early 90s.
She's big bone.
No such thing.
She's a BBW.
She's not that either.
Come on, man.
There's
Like,
a limit.
It's got to be.
There's a limit on BBWs.
Why?
Just because you're big does not mean you qualify as a BBW. It's disrespectful to BBWs.
The sad part is I know exactly what you mean.
Like you got a whole bunch.
But we cannot hold her not having an ass against her. That's not her fault.
Listen, you got a whole bunch of laundry bag built women out here trying to disguise themselves as BBWs.
But that doesn't always be like. I mean, that's just every woman has some love handles.
No,
I can't be mad at that, man. Like it's
nothing
wrong with her size, man. I think that we really have, and we doing the same shit. We fell into the trap, but I think that we are just being waitist. Not we, cause I'm a fan of hers. Like I think she's dope. Okay, that one song, that's what I heard. But what
I don't necessarily think it's a weight thing. Like I don't care that she's a big woman. I think I care because she's a big woman who's kind of carrying on like she's a dime and she's built like a defensive lineman.
But why shouldn't she carry on like she's a dime?
Because she's built like a fucking defensive lineman.
So what? What is she supposed to be like? I'm ugly? Really?
No, listen. I'm not saying conduct yourself as if you're ugly and you know what I mean. Like like you're shaming yourself by people seeing you. I'm not saying that. It's how you're conducting yourself. Like you wore.
So there's like a big girl manual, like certain shit she ain't supposed to do because she a larger woman.
I think that it's a people manual. Like certain shit you just don't do.
Like what?
Like nobody's interested in seeing you with your fucking ass out. Like you just not. Like that shit look like pancake batter. Like
it was not an optimal.
It was
bare.
bad. Like you got how your ass like how you do that and your ass lumpy.
It got her on Saturday Night Live with Eddie Murphy though.
That's great. That's great. Eddie Murphy was fucking hilarious. But
I have not seen it.
It was fucking hilarious. It was fucking hilarious.
I was asleep, man. I'm old.
At the same time, like you can't be you know what I mean, like built like oatmeal. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, and then be upset when someone criticizes you for it. Like you invited the criticism.
How do you? So her mere existence is inviting criticism.
No, the idea like once you cross the certain line of exposing yourself, you know what I mean. So
Okay, I get you. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, once you cross that line, you can't say shit. Shut the fuck up and deal with it. Like you knew your lumpy ass was gonna be showing at the Staples Center and shit. Like, why are you acting like you're shocked or like you knew what the fuck you was gonna go do?
I mean, yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree that she did that specifically to garner attention, be it good or bad.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no other reason.
Yeah, and in her profession, that's a normal thing. Like people wear outlandish shit all the time in music. They always have and always will. You name me one era of music where they didn't have somebody that just wore some extremely weird shit, from the Funkadelics wearing diapers on stage to J-Lo with the dress that somehow miraculously stayed on her titty.
She essentially was the nigga in P-Funk with the diaper on.
She pretty much was.
Right.
The sad part is I can actually kind of, but that shit worked for them, and it worked for her.
Yeah, them niggas smoke PCP, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, that's what I'm like. That's my point. Like, come on. Like, look at what are we comparing?
I mean, okay, but were they still not a revolutionary group?
They were a bunch of old niggas who smoked PCP, and they took a nigga across the world who wore a diaper.
Man, you would be so surprised to hear how many musicians actually would reference their music though, bro. Like you can say what they want, and I can't say that I was ever a big fan, but I've heard over the years, there's a lot of cats got a lot of respect for them.
Absolutely, man. Listen, you gotta be a tough motherfucker to smoke PCP.
No, you just gotta be dumb.
I don't know, man. Like their music is timeless. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely influential, but it don't take away the fact that you guys supported a nigga who wore a diaper like all these years.
Yeah. I mean, George Clinton, like, fucking him alone, man. You can't say that nigga is not a fucking god in music. But George Clinton wore some extremely weird shit to be polite.
That nigga was high.
I mean, but shit, you think about it. Before him, who was it? Like Sly and the Family Stone. Your mans was out here wilding. I mean, the whole 70s.
All these niggas took acid on a regular basis.
That didn't.
Like,
It's somebody right now doing acid, and please don't do drugs. Just putting that out there. Oh, and I don't feel like changing the damn scroller at the top. My bad, but. So if you're tuning in and you think Juliano's still on, unfortunately, he was only on for half an hour. But what I will do is I'll probably cut it up and we'll put it out there somewhere. I don't know. Damn, where was we at? Oh, like what is the popular? Like what's the most popular drug now? Is it lean or is it perks or Xannies? Is that what they call it? And what is a Xanny? Is that a Xanax or is there something for it? Okay. Like, why is people taking that? I don't get that.
Niggas is retarded.
And what is it supposed to do for you, though? I don't get it.
Yo, don't get me the line, man. Like, I don't know. Like, niggas is retarded.
Like, I've given that medication for years, and I've dealt with people over the years, you know, they've had some substance issues, and that's not a drug that they've ever been like, yeah, give me that. Gotta have that. Gotta have that. You know what I'm saying? It's the other one.
I've seen niggas take Xanax before. Like it's not a good look. Like it's bothering.
Like what the what they do?
Yeah. Like, I don't know, bro. Like that shit space niggas out. Like that shit is crazy.
Wow.
Like, I seen niggas out off that shit.
Like I wonder how much they take. They got to be taking a lot of that shit then. Cause like the average dose, like in a nursing home, is extremely small. You know, and generally speaking, it does absolutely nothing. So them niggas must be wilding out there, and maybe that's a Baltimore thing. I don't know. Like I'm not even in those circles, so I wouldn't know.
It's not a Baltimore thing. It's a generational thing.
Yeah, you might be right on that. You know, I thought lean might be more popular than other shit though.
It's liquid dope. Like it's all dope.
That is true. You know, but at what at what point does a weed habit become a dope fiend?
It can't because it's weed.
So you gonna tell me if a guy's spending $300 a day on weed, you ain't a dope head no more?
That's just an idiot.
I mean,
Nigga spend $300. If a nigga got a $300 a day weed habit, like let me know where he at.
So how how are we judging like dope fiends then? Is it strictly off of the particular drug they like? Is it a ranking system? Like is coke heads better than meth heads?
Probably. Probably.
Yeah, that probably was not a good comparison.
Yeah.
And say what you want about crackheads, man. I truly miss crackheads. Like I really do. I thought they was annoying back in the day, man. I did not appreciate y'all, and I apologize. So y'all could like shift, downgrade. If you got to do something, go back to that shit, so we can all benefit by getting some clothes half off.
At least crackheads try to earn their money.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, crackheads try to earn your money, opposed to now you got motherfuckers who just like want to try to demand money from you.
I mean,
like,
well, crackheads would take their own tip though. I got to put that out there. You come up, some of your shit be missing. It took your $25 and your damn TV. Yeah, but at the same time, they show up fresh from the grocery store with steaks, 2 for $5. You ain't getting that nowadays. You know, there's fucking zombies out here, and the shit looks bad. It really does. Like, you ever seen somebody just really just zooted out in public? Like, not to say crackheads wasn't doing that a little bit too, but they was always on the move.
Yeah, we should start a campaign. Bring back the crack era.
And you know that. Let's stop, man. Let me stop, because you know somebody gonna be like, oh my God, oh, they promoting crack.
These niggas, man, like.
I'm just saying, man. You know how people gonna do, man. Oh, we promote. No, we are not. Just saying. If, like, let me say it again. If you just had to do one of the quote unquote hard drugs, you know, from the pattern of behavior of those who have participated in said drugs, we have developed a hierarchy on the more functional individuals in our society. So that sounds better, I guess. Make people feel better and shit. Yeah, crackheads definitely, yeah. But hey, man, a really bad weed head, bro. You really, like, I remember my boy telling me one time, like this was the first time I had ever heard of this, and the only time, to be quite honest. But they sold all of their furniture to buy weed, if I remember correctly.
Yo, I know, like, nowadays, like, I've seen reports of weed being sold with fentanyl in it, and I've heard stories, and yeah, that's the only I could possibly think of that would make anybody. I've never had no weed that good, like, in my life, that would make me want to sell my furniture.
Yo, see, man, that's why you gotta stick with the regs. Stop trying to be the loudest weed man in the. No, get some regs, man. Take it old school. Go back. You know who never has problems or never gets complained about or never gets caught up in some bullshit? It's the guy that sells the regs.
Nah, that nigga, yeah, fuck out of here with that shit too.
Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? Come on, man. Like yeah, I'm old school, man. Some regs. You don't need all that fancy shit.
Reefer.
Absolutely, yes. You know, some motherfucking reefer. Yes. You know, do some tops and some reefer. You know, that's some real shit. You know, you keep your weed bag in the Crown Royal bag.
Real fucking old.
Nigga,
like,
yeah.
Like, nah.
Yes, nigga. I got pictures in what's those chairs, the wicker chairs and shit they used to have in the club. That old.
Yeah, it's just as old as that.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. Hey, but I'm just saying, like, nobody ever has problems with the dude that sells regs. He's gonna always have the same weed every time. It's not just once.
You're gonna be too busy rolling, trying to get high. Like, smoking fucking Reggie. Like,
no.
Smoked out, you gonna be.
See, you know what it is, man. Y'all feel like y'all gotta be the ultimate high, and it's better with just a nice mellow. You know, it's different. It's a difference between drinking the whole, drinking a fifth of Henny and sipping some cognac. It's a difference, man. It's just levels to this shit. You know, so you gotta marinate with the reefer, and y'all be wanting to get. Let me get the it's like Starbucks and shit. Let me get the Vente weed. Like, why the fuck it can't just be a large? Since we own that shit, I don't understand, and why for the life of me they can't just say fucking small, medium, and large. Shit's it's crazy. Even when I go to Starbucks, I'm still gonna say small, medium, or large depending on what I'm ordering. Actually, I only order the same shit.
Why the fuck is Starbucks so goddamn expensive?
Cause the shit's fucking jet fuel. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I really don't like coffee per se. I like coffee to accent the sugar and the powdered cream. I, I'm so I'm so serious, man. I am yes, I am so serious, bro. Like I put a shitload of cream. Oh my god! Like when my coworkers see that shit, they be like, "Joe, are you serious? Are you really gonna put all that in there?" Yeah, yeah. It's that much sugar. I'm probably up to about 15 packets of sugar.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Damn.
yes, maybe about 4 or 5 times a day.
See, that's your motherfucking problem, nigga. Like that's a lot of fucking sugar, bro.
That is a lot of sugar.
On, on top of the apple juice, nigga. Man, shit.
I mean, well, the apple juice is not going anywhere. The coffee, actually, lately, I have been trying to cut back. I'm not even going front. So the other day, I had a minor setback, but I'm gonna get back on the horse. Pause. I did. I had a minor setback. It was a tough day at work. I ended up drinking way too much coffee. It reminded me of, have you seen this video? Uh, it's this young cat with glasses on, like in his car, and he just got this dead ass look on his face. And what does he say? And he got this like deadpan voice. He's like, yeah. So today I realized I drink way too much Hennessy. What did I think it say? And I think I'm sexually attracted to tacos. What did he say? I gamble way too much. Did he? You gotta see this shit, man. If it, if I hadn't just thought about it, I would have brought that shit. But oh my goodness, it's freaking hilarious. You gotta see this shit. But it just kind of reminded me of that. Like I have some weird like I don't eat sweets really. Every once in a while, I eat a cake. Other than that, I don't like buy candy or no shit like that. I come.
You're drinking like 3 cakes in a fucking cup.
it,
Like
it,
you gotta fucking use a backup sugar supply.
I mean, it can't be that. It can't be that bad. You think? Oh man, now that's bothering me a little bit, man. Like, what can I do about that now? Well, I guess I could. I've been trying. What I was trying to do is like maybe cut it down to 2 cups of coffee a day, and that in itself has been quite difficult. Cause like I sit at a desk all day for 10 hours straight, making phone calls. So it's not like I can afford to fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean you can't afford to lose your toes either, nigga.
I'm well, I can still do my job without my toes though. What? I'm just oh my goodness, and I'm just completely ruining the live stream. I might have to pull this down and fix it later on. I probably will. Uh, and for some reason, I got snow up. Although this snow looks fucking dope. It's like 3D snow. I'm not sure where I got that video from, but shout out to whoever I stole that from. Um, it was something else I wanted to talk about too. Oh, so are you following the impeachment shit?
Oh yeah, I'm locked in.
Okay, so do you think that they're gonna actually let them have a trial in the Senate?
They're not gonna have a choice.
How do they not have a choice though?
Because pretty much like following the precedent of past impeachments, there's always been witnesses present. So there's never been an incident or a situation in which out of the past now 4 presidents that have been impeached, including Donald Trump, in which that like I think they said for Andrew Jackson, they had like several hundred witnesses or something like that. Like Clinton had 3 witnesses, and pretty much like yeah, they're gonna have to allow them to have witnesses. So the perception of it is that it's a fair and impartial impeachment hearing.
I mean, the thing about it is though, like you can set precedent or you can be the precedent. You know, so just cause some shit happened, don't mean they gotta do that shit.
Like, you know what? You know what? The one thing that bothers me about the whole impeachment thing, yo, when they always refer back to the Constitution,
Mm-hmm.
is they talk about this time period and the formers like it was so fucking great. Like Thomas Jefferson basically helped finish writing the Constitution, checked out, and went to his plantation and smashed on slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas had slaves at the time. Like that was the mind frame of these niggas. Like, what the fuck makes these niggas so great?
I mean, that's white folks, bro. Like, what do you think they're gonna say? Like
Like I just keep thinking about that shit. Like these niggas, like, all right, you know what I mean? Like they clock out and go home for the day, and the visualization of that shit is them niggas pulling up on their property with fucking slaves.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I'm just no longer like that audacity is no longer a surprise to me. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It really ain't. You know, it's almost more so an expectation as opposed to a surprise. You know, so you know, I gotta come with some more original shit for me to be impressed. To be quite honest.
And, yo, like and for real, the the visualization that like white people like this shit is spooky, bro. Like I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Like you watch Watchmen?
I have not. You know, I don't watch shit, bro. You know that.
You have to watch Watchmen, yo. Like it's some real underground unspoken, like them niggas is on code with some shit, yo.
Mm-hmm.
When it come to this Trump shit, like these motherfuckers is really like willing to sacrifice their careers for this nigga, and the shit is scary. Because you think about it, they don't impeach if this nigga's not, if they acquit this nigga of the shit that he did, like it's gonna open the floodgates for real.
I mean, I don't even think there's a if. Like he's already been acquitted by the mere fact that the Republicans run the Senate. You know, run the Senate.
Right, but see, the issue is like you have certain states, like for instance, take a Maine, who some of these Republicans have to rerun for their seats, and their states are pressuring their senators to vote to have this man removed. So you got all they need is, was it four or five?
No, that ain't gonna happen, bro. You know that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's not gonna happen, bro. Like no Republican wants to go on record as trying to remove the president. In their mind, this ain't big enough. They may think it's fucked up. They don't think he should lose his gig over this. That's what they saying, and they sticking by it. I don't see it.
If he can't lose his gig over this shit, he won't be able to lose his gig over nothing. I mean, this is literally
that might be the plan.
Yeah, like it's literally Russia running everything from the background.
And then what's to say? You know, he doesn't drastically try to increase his powers to the point where now he can run again after 2 terms.
Yo, I've read that. I've read that in a book.
You know, and what people really ain't up on, man, is these judges. He didn't put all throughout the federal system. He didn't rig this shit. Right. You know, if we gonna talk about that shit, that's why they want to keep his ass in office right there.
This is how Hitler got into power. Like it's the exact same blueprint as to what Hitler did, and some of the same tactics, some of the same shit Vladimir Putin did to get into power in Russia. It's this brother that I've been following. What's his name, man? He's a ex-intelligence committee member or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm Nance, that's his name. And man, you got to YouTube. Yo, he makes he puts the shit so simple. You know what I mean? Into layman's terms. That's exactly what the extent of the magnitude of what this shit really is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, and it's some major shit.
Like at this point, like I just don't doubt anything, you know, especially if it's like conceivably possible.
My honest opinion on this shit is that he's compromised by Russia. Like there's there's a paper trail of people being convicted, telling who actually have evidence against everything that they're accusing them of, and they are refusing to allow any of this shit, any of the evidence, any of this shit to be presented to the court. So pretty much like in Watergate, like the evidence and everything, like they had to turn this shit in. Like they're not turning anything.
That is true.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Like you're blocking witnesses and blocking evidence from being presented. But then they're out there playing the victim about this shit. Like, man, this shit is a game.
And explain to me how a motherfucker can get subpoenaed. Because if you get subpoenaed in the hood and you don't show up, the sheriffs come knocking at your door.
Knock that door down, right?
Yes. You know, so how is it that they can be like, nah, bruh? What makes you so fucking special? I don't understand that when the fucking Congress gives you a subpoena. You would think that shit would be the Marines, the Navy SEALs coming to get your ass.
No, in totality, it's basically if Congress can't hold the president accountable, nobody can.
Exactly. And now they didn't rig the Supreme Court.
Right. And that's what this shit really is about, holding the president accountable.
You know what they doing though, bro? Like they looking at South Africa historically, and they understand that the numbers at some point will be similar to those that were in South Africa, and they're trying to rig the whole system now so it'll be entrenched.
It's not like that's not going to work though. That's not going to work.
It's kind of working. I mean, he's put more federal judges in office at this point than I think any other president ever.
Yo, Trump is like, I seen a fucking meme that Snoop put on IG today, man. And you remember? I don't know if you remember this shit or not. When Trump was running for president, and I was like, yo, this nigga's like.
Hey, hold on one second. I ain't sure who this is, but they from here. All right, well, my bad. What was you saying, bro? And I'm sure they'll catch up.
This nigga Donald Trump was hot like Young Jeezy with snowman sweaters. You know what I'm saying? and it's real shit. Like this nigga be dissing. Like think about it, the nigga Trump be dissing niggas dead homies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he fucks with Jews. You know what I'm saying? Like the niggas blatantly racist. Like he's like low key like a rap nigga.
Or he just doing his, what they sent him there to do. Like we got to be honest about it. Like it was no accident that man got elected. It was
designed. It was designed for him to be elected by the hands of Russia.
Exactly. Like I would agree with that. Like I don't know if he was like sat down and went over details of what to do. I think he's just really dumb. And his ego makes him so extremely predictable that Russia didn't really need anything to convince him that they had something. Like he's just he's just that stupid. And then I'm not sure who that was that called up, but call back. I was trying to call you, but I couldn't remember the damn number. So I think that might have been Killer. And if that was you, Killer, shout out to you. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just don't. I know he don't. I think he knows Russia is helping his ass, And somehow he looks at that as a compliment from Putin as opposed to Putin playing his dumb ass. Like Putin should help me. I'm fucking Donald Trump, bitches. And
This shit sounds like an episode of Inspector Gadget or something, man. Like, I ain't gonna tell you no lie, yo. Like,
that was a dope ass show though.
Inspector Gadget got by on being a white nigga with gadgets.
I mean, I'm saying, so what? So did MacGyver.
Yeah, MacGyver was another nigga.
Actually, he ain't have gadgets though. Like he would make a bomb out of. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if we can get them on now. Oh damn. And you know I can't multitask, and so I'm gonna try to add this number.
Reach the voicemail box of 21.
All right. Oh. Yeah. That apparently they was calling back up here. And hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can try it again. Trying to get a little good at this. But what I be forgetting to do is actually talk while I'm trying to make the phone call. Oh shit! And I done forgot the number now. Oh my goodness, man! It sounds like you going swimming and shit.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. It's like it's like waves are hitting the beach. Like I be wondering like where the hell he be at? Oh, and I had this number all the way wrong. You don't hear that? You gotta hear that. You know, and thus far I think I'm over in trying to. What's good, fam? What's going on, bro?
Chilling.
All right, hold.
Get on your show.
I know. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can add you to the call now.
All right.
You know, I'm trying to get fancy now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You know, we trying to do the thing over here. Rome, you here? Rome, you there?
Yo.
All right, Killer, you there?
For sure, cousin Rome was happening.
All right, we good. Let's go.
Yo, it was good, bro.
Chilling.
Hey, you know we wasn't talking about shit, man. Do you don't hear that, bro?
Yeah, I hear that.
Yo, I'm in the crib, yo. That's my smoke extractor thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so the crib don't, you know what I'm saying, smell like smoke or whatever.
I feel you on that one. But the shit sounds like a vacuum cleaner every 32 seconds. How big is that though?
It's probably about the size of like a small speaker, like little portable Bluetooth joints.
All right, that's pretty dope. Huh? Might have to invest in one of those. Eliminate some discussions around the situation over here. You feel me?
Yeah, it's actually pretty dope.
All right, yeah. Put me up on some shit. I ain't fucking with the Roxy, but I might try that out. What's going on with you, Killer?
Chilling. Just trying to see what's up with y'all. Where y'all at? What you talking about?
I don't even remember what we was talking about before we. I think at some point it was Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, we talk about Inspector Gadget, but God.
Hey, Inspector Gadget, man, you cannot hate on the trench coat though, bro. Like, stop it.
Yo, the nigga was he was like a spaced out white boy who just got off of being goofy and white.
But he had dope ass gadgets, man. He was flying all over the place.
Accident.
It didn't matter. It wasn't by accident. He built the fucking gadgets. He just didn't know how to use them in coordination. It's like a nigga with a Lambo and some really ugly rims. Like you got a really
Inspector
expensive
Gadget
car,
is a-
but you don't know how to make that bitch look good.
Inspector Gadget is the $6 million man with lead poison.
No, because the $6 million man
yo,
had nothing to do with his
That's a
powers.
fact.
Inspector Gadget made his own shit in his own garage with his own hands.
No,
Who
he didn't.
who
bro.
made his shit?
Inspector Gadget is part
Yo,
of the
he would have been
organization.
dead if it wasn't for his niece and that dog. He'd have been
and
dead in the
dog, bro,
motherfucker.
the nigga's retarded. Yo, he's a special uncle with lead poisoning, my nigga. Like he got a big ass check. You know what I'm saying? Yo, real shit.
Y'all not gonna disrespect Inspector Gadget, bruh. Stop it.
That nigga was retarded, bro.
You gotta-
Yo, there was something wrong with that nigga.
You gotta get over that, man. That's just not right, man. Who else was dope on that type of vibe? MacGyver just was too unrealistic for me. Like, I'm just walking through the grocery store. Oh, look, it's 17 dudes with machine guns. I am near the potato chips. I'm going to create some type of explosive device that doesn't kill them, but paralyzes all of them instantly with some ruffles and a Coca-Cola. No, bro, that shit was just too much for me. Yeah. Knight Rider was fucking dope, although extremely just a dumbass premise of a show.
Knight Rider was tough, bro.
I'm saying, but he wasn't shit without Knight Rider. He needed Kit.
Without Kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, and you can't like take Kit in the club with you. I ain't waiting outside. Are you all right? Are you all right, Michael?
I'm gonna get the drawers. Like my car can talk. Like,
Right. You can still get beat up. You can
Nah,
get
bro,
shot.
like, yo, can you imagine if you could make your car talk shit? Like, I'd hate on niggas. I have my car hate on niggas. You know what I'm saying? And holler at they girls right there. Like,
Yo, plus it could drive itself in the 80s, though. It could drive itself in
Right.
the 80s, nigga.
yo, I have my car roast niggas. Like, yo, look at that nigga's shoes. You know what I'm saying? Nigga walking with his girl and shit.
But you do realize
What are those, Michael?
at,
What are those?
at some point you got to get out of your car. And then you got the whole. At some point, you got to get out your car, and now you got everybody pissed at you.
Yeah, but wouldn't nobody know it was me though.
Really, somehow you think you're the only nigga rolling around with a car that insults people, and they not gonna know that car.
Yo, nigga, everybody's gonna want to buy my car. Are you serious? That's fucking genius.
Yeah, until you start insulting dudes by hitting on their women from the red light. Hey, baby, what you doing? Oh, that's the talking car. That's just not funny.
Yo, I have my car ride on niggas.
Although that would be kind of dope, like if you could send your car on a mission to go run somebody over, and you can have a solid alibi, like you literally in front of the camera somewhere. You know, that actually would be. Can you do that?
I don't know. It's only one way to find out.
Well, I know they got cars that self-driving cars now, but at least the one that I was in, which one was that? That's the Benz. Like the driver has to actually be in the seat.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm assuming you could probably get away with some shit, like if you had like a CPR dummy that weighed enough, or like
Yeah. It just reads the body signature. That's all it does.
So then you probably couldn't do it then, because at some point, you know, it would make some really awkward movements. You feel what I'm saying? 'Cause it's lifeless.
I've seen niggas sleep in them bitches before with the car still rolling. So I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll say that too.
So yeah, you probably could then.
Niggas straight slumped over, knocked the fuck out, and the car is still rolling.
Like you put a little camera on the front of it. Let me shut up.
That's a motherfucking side movie.
I don't want to get nobody no ideas out there. What
Yeah, that's a motherfucking side mobile, nigga. What? Yeah.
that would be kind of dope
Oh,
though.
yeah.
That would be.
Yeah.
All right, so Batman or Thor? I'm going.
Thor's a god.
But all he got is the hammer.
Sure
He's a
God, though.
god.
And actually, Batman might be able to pick up the hammer.
No,
I doubt that. I doubt that.
You gotta
It's
have.
two different. It's two different universes, man. Like I don't know. I don't know if Batman can pick up Thor's hammer.
I forget what type of what it is about you that allows you to pick it up, but he ain't the only one.
You have to be pure of heart. You have to be worthy. You have to be deemed worthy by the actual hammer.
Right. Well, you know, Batman been whooping ass for decades. He might be worthy.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But it's only like a handful of people in the entire Marvel universe who can pick up Thor's hammer. And Batman is from DC, but I'm not sure if Batman would be worthy of.
That would be dope though. Can you, man? Oh my goodness, Thor would get his ass whooped if Batman could pick up the hammer.
Man, Thor would fuck Batman up, bro.
Without the hammer?
Yes.
Are you smoking? He ain't shit without the hammer, bruh. He's a dude with in a costume without the hammer.
He's a god.
Without that hammer, he's just
the hammer doesn't make him a god. It's just an accessory.
Okay. Well, that accessory is all his powers.
No, it's not.
The other shit's just a title.
Nah, bro.
What is he gonna do without the hammer? You tell me. What does Thor do without the hammer? Can he control the atmosphere? No. Do we got like
God of Thunder?
really?
Yeah, technically, yes, he can.
You've seen him bring up thunder without the hammer.
Yes, nigga.
When?
You don't read comics, but nigga, I used to read comics. Yes.
She was just making up shit because you know I can't research that shit.
Oh, but actually, like anybody who in the history of Thor or anybody that fucks with Marvel, like anybody knows that.
Comics don't count anyway. We're talking about the real fucking movies. At any point, did he ever control lightning or thunder or whatever you want to say without the hammer?
Without the hammer?
No.
Yes.
No. In what movie?
In the Avengers, nigga.
Oh my goodness. All right, man. I don't know who is the plug. Hook your boy up. I'm on a budget though. Got $5. Hey, remember when $5 used to be enough? Like when I got $5 on it, like that was like literally an actual like, bruh, I got $5 on it. What's up?
Nah, inflation, dog.
What you say?
That shit used to go a long way.
Oh my goodness, man, that shit used to be lovely, and you would probably get 2 burners out that bitch.
Yeah.
Nah, niggas, grandma got scales, man. It's just horrible.
Yo, I'll never forget one time, I was on a date and I got the joint come to the crib, and I think I was in high school and so I went to the movies with my shorty and all that, you know what I'm saying, when I was eating all that, like I thought I was gonna smash. I came home, my grandma is like thought she was cooking dope, my nigga. Like it was just weed everywhere. Real shit, man. Like it was just mad. It was mad ounces on the table. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yo, I lost a little shorty looking at me like, what's this? You know what I'm saying?
Grandma out there putting in work. That's what this is. We gotta eat.
For sure.
That's crazy.
My grandmother was the grandmother of don't be a menace while drinking juice in the hood. That's my grandmother, yo.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yo, that is literally like, I'll never forget this shit. Me and my moms went to the movies to go see that shit, and she like, look at your grandmother.
Wait a minute, your mama took you to the movies to see Don't Be a Menace while drinking whatever it is.
Yeah, facts. I had a young mom though. Like my mom let me 16. You know what I'm saying? So like I grew up having a parent that grew up on hip hop, and you know what I'm saying? Like all that shit.
I'm just thinking, like, ain't there some Lion King shit out by it? I don't know. That's just an odd movie to take your kids to see. But I get what you're saying though too, because It is different than like say you have a kid at 40. Shit is totally different.
Yeah.
You know. But when you, I don't know, 21 and you had a kid, you know, you got a 5-year-old, they may see some things that other people be like, yeah, but you like it's just regular shit. It's our generation. That shit's weird, man. Like, where do you draw the line? What do you say? Although that was kind of a classic movie too, though.
What's that?
Don't be a menace while drinking. Blah 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 blah.
Nah, that shit was before its time, man. Like the Wayans, real shit, yo. Like on the comedy game, yo, niggas is way before their fucking time, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Way before their time.
I think they actually captured their time because if you think about it, they had like a nice 10-year run.
Yo, like, In Living Color is fucking hilarious now, man. Like, it was funny back then, and I only caught half the jokes because I was a kid. Like, watching that shit now, oh my god, it's fucking hilarious, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit is pretty hilarious, and that shit had good staying power too. Like a lot of them shows, they just be like, you know, like generational. You know, you watch that shit as a kid and you still like it, but Living Color, oh my god, man. That shit is still hilarious, and I still will watch that shit at any given moment. And I think we had this conversation. Like Martin, no, I would not. It did not have the same staying power for me as In Living Color. Matter of fact, it is just not as funny to me as it used to be.
What's that?
Martin.
Man, you're crazy.
I'm being honest, bro.
Martin, yo, I can watch Martin every fucking day, and it's funny every day.
But that's you. I can't. It's like it was hilarious back in the day, but now it's like I've outgrown the humor.
It's still funny, man.
It is not to me, you know. Like that, I don't know why. A lot of shows have staying power with me that just didn't. It ain't make the cut, man.
Martin's one of them shows, bro. Like Martin's up there with Seinfeld. It's up there, yo.
That's so disrespectful to Seinfeld, man. That might be one of the best comedies ever.
Yo, Martin's up there with Seinfeld, bro.
No, it's not, man. No, it's not.
It's up there.
No, it's not, man. In what possible way?
You can't deny the funny of Martin. Like, it's too many classic moments. It's too many classic shows, or too many classic characters. Like, there's no way you can't say. Like, I guarantee you can name more characters from Martin than you could from Seinfeld.
I mean, but it ain't the characters like for Seinfeld. For Seinfeld, it's like the episodes. You know,
yeah,
when they got arrested, the episode, or when Kramer got arrested for being a serial murderer, that episode, you know, or
that was dope.
Right, or when when they got put out to deli, you know, that episode, like it's just different. Like with Martin, you know, it's like you got Pam, well that ain't him, but you got Shanae, you got his mama, you got Jerome, and you got a couple more. There you go.
Dragonfly.
Apparently you can, cause I showed in the fuck did. But
Stop that. Come on.
No, when you said something, now I remember. But you know, like yeah, he got a lot of characters, but as far as like just the overall funny of the show,
nigga, what? Tommy and Cole, yo, come on, man.
And maybe that's it. Like them niggas was, like they're dumb back then. Their dumb back then was like hilarious.
Hustle, man, bruh, man, come on, yo.
Like, okay, bruh, man, still funny.
All them niggas is funny.
They got funny moments now.
All them niggas is funny. Like, come on.
I'm mature now, man. I'm sophisticated. My palate has advanced. Right.
Nigga, you said mad.
This nigga said I'm sophisticated.
Yeah, you tried to argue for MASH, my nigga.
Hey, MASH.
Get the fuck out of here, yo.
Did you know that the last episode of MASH is one of the highest watched TV episodes in the history of television ever.
Okay, but you got to look at the state of television when that episode went down.
You can't. Hey, look, you can only play who they put on your schedule. And when MASH was doing their thing, like first off, they was the first medical show really of that era of the 70s. Like you had like before that, like what was it? Marcus Welby, MD, and it was another one. But that shit looked like it was from the 40s. Actually, Doogie Howser was fucking dope. That was a good show. You ain't fuck with Doogie Howser?
I fuck with Wonder Years. Doogie Howser was ass, my man.
Oh man, you tripping?
Wonder Years for sure.
Wonder Years is fucking classic, man. What is her? Oh, what are they names though? I know he was Fred something like in real life.
Savage.
Yeah.
Fred Savage. The character was Kevin. His girlfriend was
Winnie. Huh? That's what it was. Yep, Winnie. That's actually one of the better shows I've seen. Y'all know I'm already a fan like of the Cheers series and Cheers series by Cheers and Frasier. Are you tripping, bruh? Cheers gotta be one of the best ensemble shows ever put together.
Cheers was cool. I fuck with Frasier though. I don't really fuck with Cheers all like that. It was cool. It had a really good run, but it wasn't my thing.
Oh my god, man! Yeah, something ain't right with y'all, man.
But when I be on my old nigga shit, I can watch Frasier.
Yeah, I could definitely watch. His brother is just. Oh my god, man! Like,
that nigga's a mess, man.
Yeah, and they loaded too.
Right.
And some snobs, but it should be funny as fuck. It's like they snobs that don't know it.
Snobs that still go through regular shit though.
Somewhat regular shit. Yeah, they ain't got to struggle with their lights getting cut off.
Nah.
But then again, that might not be regular shit. Like most people don't have to struggle with their lights getting cut off, I guess.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You know, like if you had two lights or the gas, which one would you get cut off?
The gas don't work if you ain't got no lights, so it's lights all day, my nigga.
Yeah, you got a point there. Damn. Okay, so if you could just have the heat, but no lights, the heat and hot water and no lights, which one would you go for?
Electricity and hot plates, nigga, because I can heat some water up, but ain't no
Facts.
gas TV.
And if necessary, you could warm the house up with the hot plate too. You just have to watch that pot. Let that boy catch on fire. You know. And you ain't hear that from us though. What the hell? It's like this nigga turning into his superpowers and shit.
That's because Ron smoking too much. Pass that, cuz.
Right. Right. Like that shit is really, really loud when it is going. Damn, what was I about to say? Oh, I had a good one too. And see, man, the transformation shit fucked me up. You know, I got like literally probably a 30-second window to remember some shit. And if I don't remember it in that 30 seconds, the likelihood of me never ever remembering that is probably 98.9% of the time. And I sat down and did the numbers the other day. So I'm within a plus minus of maybe about 4.
Of what?
Yeah, I don't know, but it sounded intelligent. Maybe somebody will get something from that.
That shit did low key sound intelligent. Like I was like following. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Hey, it sounded good though. At the end, I had no clue how I even started, how I got there. I'm just rolling with it. This snow looks kind of dope. Go ahead, bro.
Since we got the extra person here, this last time me and Josh was talking guns, wrong, right? And I was like, yo, they trying to take your AKs and your ARs and all that. And my nigga Josh said he'd rather have a 9 or 38 special if a nigga came up in the house. Nigga came up in the house with an AK or AR, he would rather have the 9 or the 38.
Bruh, I
What's
am
your feeling?
Jason Bourne in this bitch.
My nigga, stop that.
I can have a fork and a number 2 pencil. I'm killing everybody in that bitch. And making a sandwich at the same time.
You got 6 bullets and this nigga's got like 30.
I don't think that was necessarily the scenario, though. Because that does not sound like something that even I would really want to argue.
No, that's what you said, cuz.
No, that's it. Is it?
Yeah.
That doesn't
I
sound...
said, nigga come in the house with an AK, you was like, nah, nigga, 9 and the 38.
I mean, you would be able to shoot better. But I kind of would, yeah. Like, if you come in the house with an AK, I kind of would want to have an AK to combat that. But the odds of somebody coming in your house with an AK is probably the same odds as you not only getting into a car accident, but going off the side of a bridge.
Depends on where you live.
Well, it depends on your activities in where you live. And if you have
Not necessarily.
for somebody to come up in your house with an AK, yeah, you doing something, bro. That's not no random shit. Unless they think you somebody else. But that's like a hit job. Somebody run up in your house with K's. So
Hit, you come up in there with silencers. An AK, you just don't give a fuck.
I mean, well, I don't even know if I don't know if they're a hitman anymore. But I don't know if they necessarily like. There might. I'm pretty sure somebody at some point is getting quote unquote erased. That's got to be some crazy
you rolling
shit.
with the 38 or you in the 9 or you rolling with the AK or the AR?
To kill somebody in the house?
Defend your home. To defend your home.
To defend my home? Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily use an AK in close quarters like that in the house. AR,
Right.
I could, yeah, AR I could do. Like an AR I could do, but typically I would prefer a pistol. You know what I'm saying? For type of home defense, if not a shotgun.
So what Rome is basically saying is, yeah, Jobs, you was right.
That is not what he said at all, cuz.
That's exactly what he just said.
It depends. Like if I'm in close quarters, like I wouldn't want a fucking AK, even an AR for real. Like I would prefer a pistol or a shotgun.
And I think that was my rationale the last time. Even though I flip-flopped significantly this show, it was only in the interest of maintaining a fluid conversation.
Gotta say that. That's what's up.
Hey, I'm always right, except when my wife tells me I'm not.
I know. I've noticed that.
Hey, it's not my fault. Oh, have I told y'all lately that boom bap music is dead? Have we discussed that lately? That's been on my spirit. It's dead. That's been on my spirit lately. I just need to put.
Fuck is that? Like what is Griselda, man? Like that's Griselda bringing all that shit back, bro.
Okay, Griselda is more Wu-Tang, and I don't consider Wu-Tang boom bap.
Oh, that is the essence of boom bap right there.
That's not. It's not.
Doom, clap.
Like Wu-Tang. No, Wu-Tang is Wu-Tang, and that's it. Like they got their own package them by themselves. They got their own shit. They ain't boom bap though. Like that's. I'm trying to think. Like it's hard to think of any because it's like fucking relics now. Like that was like the '80s. The height of the boom bap. And rightfully so, like it's only so much you can do with the same tempo, and it's dead. Like I understand some of us old heads is still fighting a good fight, and it'll never die for you. Well, no, it won't, but it died for the next generation and the generations thereafter. So I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, but it's true.
I don't think so.
How not?
Boom bap is the basis for everything hip hop to begin with.
Who dope is doing boom bap now?
They might speed it up, but that shit still goes doom clap.
We talking about right now. Like, I mean, if you want to go there, there's always a musical basis for a new formation of music. So yeah, and within that formation there'll be levels too. So yeah, was boom bap relevant? Yes. Is it now?
I think
No.
it limited it to like back then, like certain artists, like you think boom bap, like you think like KRS-One, like you know what I mean, like KRS-One, that type. Like I think now, the music's transformed. Like so, I think it's more of a broader.
How? Are you kidding me? Now?
Yeah.
Who's doing boom bap? That like really?
Yo, I say Griselda.
Right, and we
Like
discussed that. That's wrong.
Like is Mobb Deep, like you talking about like
Mobb Deep is
like Mobb Deep?
no. Mobb Deep is not boom bap, and you know it, bro.
I don't know, man. Like
Listen to them beats, yeah.
Come on, man. That's
Boom
such.
bap is the construction of the beat. Yeah.
That's such a stretch, man. Y'all know it, man. They not boom
That's
bap.
cousin. That's reality.
No, it's not,
Listen to
man.
them tracks.
It's not, man. Like they kind of had to, at least for. Actually, no. They was in their own lane too.
We're gonna
To be
start
quite
doing like Oprah's book club, yo. We're gonna start doing a music club, yo. And like niggas is gonna have to start listening to albums, yo. We're gonna start talking this music shit. It's like,
Man, whatever, man. You won't do it.
who won't do it?
You
Nigga, do you follow me? You follow me on IG, bro. Like you see the music I be posting.
playing all that whack ass shit.
I'm a music head.
No, you're not, man. You a trash music head. You got the absolute worst selections in music, man. Outside of some of the R&B, shit, I will give you a little credit, but it's the standard shit.
It's not even standard shit.
It's standard shit.
Like, bro, like you don't see how many niggas you see post Alexander O'Neal and shit, man. Like my music palette is serious, nigga. My music palette is serious, yo. Like I'm matter of fact, yo, this year I'm gonna post Got the Drawers Volume 3 on Valentine's Day, yo. So niggas, yo,
You don't want to see me on the R&B, bro. You don't want to see me, cuz.
Yo, my nigga, I'm an R&B connoisseur, yo. This nigga Jobs.
Oh, come on, man. Stop it, man.
This nigga Jobs is wildin', bro. Like,
Stop it, man. You got a young man's selection of R&B. You got no real shit, bro.
Nigga, you like, yo, I'm not trying to fuck to the OJs, my nigga. Like, I'm just not.
What? Why not?
Like, I'm just not.
Oh man,
You
are missing life.
I'm not trying to get none of the fucking OJs. Like, I understand how old I am. So, it's gotta happen.
Now I will say that the '90s had, a nice the late '80s, the and then on to the '90s was fire.
R&B blows 80s R&B out the fucking water, and the 60s and 70s as well.
No, stop it. Stop it. No, the 70s blows the 90s out.
Nah.
I mean, you still got the Temptations. You still got what is it? The OJs.
Listen,
you got Smokey Robinson. You got Marvin.
Temptation, Joe. If you riding with your girl right now, if you and your wife are in the car right now, y'all just came back from a date, and you're holding hands, and you're about to get it in, all that. You're not playing no fucking Temptations. You're just not.
I know you want to leave. She's going down.
Okay, that's a valid. But is that the only criteria? No, we also talking about how.
Yes, like nigga, if I'm feeling sad or something, I might listen to like a Brandy or something. Nigga. That's just about a fucking dog. Like, hey, come on, man.
I mean, but you can listen to shit like, say you and your old lady want to learn how to dance. Like an old ass classic Temptations joint would be perfect, Or say you just want to set the ambiance at the crib, you throw on the Temptations. Like everything got its place.
If I want to set the ambiance at the crib, yo, me and my show, watch the New Edition movie on BET. Like, real shit.
Wait a minute, that's the ambiance. Like, what about what ambiance does that set?
It's New Edition. Like, who cares? Like, what you mean?
Oh my
Who don't fuck with New Edition?
god. I'm pretty sure there are some people that don't fuck with New Edition. It's a strong possibility. Although New Edition did their thing, and next to the Jacksons, like I don't recall no other group of brothers that we saw grow up literally before our eyes, and was successful at each stage in the way.
Who? Bobby Brown, that nigga.
Bobby Brown is okay, bro. He's over.
Bobby Brown's that nigga.
In his time, he was that nigga.
Bobby Brown.
Especially when he went solo. When that nigga went solo.
No, that one album was it.
That's all you need.
And it still get played today, though.
That is true.
That's like you saying. That's like saying if 50 Cent didn't have Get Rich or Die Trying. Like, come on, yo.
I mean, I'll give you that. But Ralph Tresvant was a better artist.
No, he wasn't.
He was
Yes,
a
he
better
was.
singer. He wasn't a better artist. He was a better singer.
All right, I give you that. But he definitely was like Bobby Brown couldn't sing worth shit, bro.
Bro, Bobby
But
Brown.
he figured out how to make it work.
He
He
made
did.
he figured out how to make that shit work, yo. That nigga's got a patented
That,
dry hump.
that nigga
Like-
is the finesse god.
Are you serious?
He finessed the whole industry into thinking that he was way doper than he was.
Nah, bro.
Yes, it
And
is
he's still
true.
eating off of it today, if that's what it is.
I bet he
Still
is.
eating off that shit now.
Oh, and Belle Biv DeVoe was better than him.
That's three
There's
niggas.
three of them niggas.
So
And
what?
them niggas still, they have the star power of Bobby Brown. So, like, what you mean?
Oh, come on, man. And what's his name was putting people on like ABC.
Yo, he put
Michael
Boys
Bivins?
the Men on. Yeah, Michael Bivins.
Exactly.
He put Boys the Men on, but he's still not greater than Bobby Brown.
He is greater than Bobby Brown for discovering Boys to Men.
And Bobby Brown had a Ghostbusters video. My nigga.
Man,
Are you serious?
Boys to Men's parents.
I'm married Whitney Houston, my nigga.
Yeah, he married Whitney Houston.
See that may not have been the best move.
Man, shit, that Whitney Houston was equivalent to Beyonce. Then.
Yeah, you know. But in hindsight, it was a toxic relationship. It seemed on the outside looking in for everybody.
Bobby Brown, king of R&B, bro.
Oh,
Whitney
stop
Houston-
it! Stop
Whitney
it!
Houston-
That's so disrespectful to Marvin Gaye, to Luther Vandross, to fucking Freddie Jackson.
That's too. Bobby Brown's greater than Freddie Jackson, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Man, so
What
you
is
telling me right now, you and if you had an old lady, or you got an old lady, decide y'all want to go somewhere, y'all got the option to go see Bobby Brown, or you got the option
Freddie
to go,
Jackson.
or Freddie
You wanna
Jackson.
go see Bobby Brown.
You
Bobby Brown.
need some help. First off, Bobby Brown too old to be doing all that shit now. One hump and then nigga hip broke. It ain't the same.
What do you think Freddie Jackson is?
Freddie Jackson is just he ain't doing all that. He give you a 2-step on the one or two fast songs he got, and the rest of the shit is slow.
So you about to pay $75, $80 to watch this nigga stand there?
To get your lady in the mood. That's what you doing. Yes.
Right. Your grandma, but I'm saying your lady is not fucking with that.
Well, then she really ain't fucking with Bobby Brown, who really can't sing now.
Man,
What-
Bobby
whatever-
Brown, bro.
Man, Bobby Brown had a good run for one album. It was phenomenal. It was land just earth shattering. Teddy Riley put his whole foot and a half in that motherfucker, and that was it. He was just one of them
so
cats.
You throw on You Are My Lady, or you throw on Tenderoni. Which one is getting them panties tonight?
You are my lady.
Fuck out of here, man. Yo, this nigga's
I'm saying.
lying, man.
I-
This nigga be lying.
How am I lying though? Like I'm not lying at all. I'm telling you the God honest truth. Oh my goodness, man! You are my lady. Oh, apparently I'm in the Ben Gay set. I don't know, but you know,
Definitely are, my nigga.
from where I'm from, you know, you throwing that. Oh, you are my lady. Oh, it is going down. Flashbacks.
Right at the retirement home.
Hey,
And that's cool.
you know it is. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that sounds like a foot rub session or some shit. That's some shit you do. Like, real shit.
Oh,
We both know we too old to do this.
oh my goodness. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that either, though. You know, and that's the beauty of Freddie Jackson. You know, you just that's music for every mood.
That's what I think of when I hear Freddie Jackson. I want to rub my girl's feet. Like,
That's just you having a foot fetish. Then don't blame that shit on Freddie Jackson.
I don't got a foot fetish.
If
I know some niggas with a foot fetish. I know some niggas with foot. Yo, niggas with foot fetishes is mad nasty though. Like
do you shake their hands?
Huh?
Do you shake their hands? Like, you know a dude got a foot fetish. Do you shake his hand?
I try not to think of that shit. So I'm gonna say yeah because
I bet you the felt some toe jam too. You probably ain't know it though. I'm just saying, like, I bet you at some point. Oh my goodness, I bet do they wash their hands like after they rubbing the feet, and do the feet have to stink, or do they have to smell good? Does it make a difference?
See, yo, this is like it's like we just like you got a habit of saying shit, and like the way you say it portrays like niggas are just rubbing random. Shit. You make it like you just make it seem like a nigga just walking down the street, just like grabbing niggas' feet and shit.
Yo, but on some real shit though, if a chick got beat up feet, that don't make you look at her a certain way. Like everything look cool, but you got them crack heels, like a bunion and some corns and shit.
That would depend on everything else. Like you're gonna have a flaw.
So I'm already going to assume, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I won't seriously indulge in no woman with fucked up feet. Like that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, but at what point do you actually see her feet though? Like,
I request to see feet.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to. Hell yeah, nigga, I want to see your feet.
Hell yeah.
When do you make that request?
Because look, they wear sandals, flip flops, all that other shit. If you willing to put your fucked up feet out here for me to see, what's going on behind everything else? How well is you taking care of that? But you got these flip flops on with the yellow toenails, the crack heels, the ashy soles. How the rest of that shit look?
Okay, so if she's absolutely beautiful everywhere else, body shaped like a goddess, face from Ethiopia, stunning, amazing, feet look like Flavor Flav, horrible, disgusting.
That's a deal breaker.
Corns everywhere.
Oh no.
Nothing.
That's a deal breaker.
How?
You don't want to put them bitches on you in the middle of the night, tearing your ankles and your calves up with them old rough ass corns. Nah.
Yeah, rusty ass feet. Like nah, bro.
I mean, well, you could kind of put like a little foot divider down there. You could work around that.
Yeah, but like you're gonna know you did it. You know what I'm saying? So like even if nobody else knew, like I know I did it. Like I know I let her put them fucked up ass feet on. Like
yeah, but that's different than giving her a foot massage. Like I may have to let that be known early on that that's not really an option.
But see, that shit is a like that's a status. That like
what?
That's a main. That's your old lady. That's old lady status. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm rubbing your feet. Like
okay, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, like yo, like nah, like you gotta earn that shit.
Right, but if I know she got busted feet, like you gotta earn something else. So you
would tell her that, like, yo, your feet too fucked up. I can't touch them joints.
Yeah, I mean, like, that shouldn't be a surprise.
I need some gloves.
Yeah.
I got you. Look, as long as you're not offended by me wearing these motherfucking kissing gloves.
You got those big ass oven mitts and shit.
But this, I'm sacrificing, girl. Like,
I mean, but you should be able to come talk to her about it, cause like, and I guarantee you that if she had really, really ugly feet, she would go to no ends to hide them.
If the shoe was on the other foot and it was a nigga with fucked up feet, chances are your girl, you know what I'm saying, ain't rubbing your motherfucking feet.
Oh, that's not true. My shit's horrible. That's not true, man. Not at all. Hey, man, I ain't realized it's 11 o'clock already. And I'm about to pass the fuck out. I don't know why I'm so tired, but I am. Rome, who you got, man?
Yo, shout out Keys Development. Shout out Planet Gangsters.
Right.
IG,
all right.
For perfect _43. Shout out Not Safe for Is, man. That's fam. And who else? Yo, shout out Dr. Inky, yo. I re-listened to that show the other day too. That show was pretty fucking.
That's my nigga right there.
Yeah. Shout out Inky, man.
Yeah, that shit was pretty hilarious.
Shout out Knowledge. Yeah, shout out Knowledge. Shout out Killer, man. You know, holla at us next week. We'll have another dope show lined up for y'all. And I don't want to mess my man's name up, so shout out, bro, for the interview earlier. And holla us next week, man. Peace.
No doubt. Killer, what you got, bro?
Shit, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Cousin Jobs. Shout out to Cousin Rome. Shout out to Cousin Knowledge, man. And that's about it. No doubt.
Yeah, and definitely like what Rome was saying, man. Shout out to Juliano, Santiago. Man, in the belly of the beast, man. Keep your head up, King. Shout out to don't forget to check out the website mrochelle.com. And I think we're gonna get back onto the intellectually petty shit next month. I think so. You know, we had a few requests, so I think I might actually get my lazy ass up off the shelf and see if we can push a couple of those hoodies out before it gets too warm. Although it's been hella warm already. Actually, this is perfect hoodie season. Crazy in December, damn near January.
Right.
Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my daughters, my grandbabies, my brother, my nephew. I want to shout out to Academy. I want to shout out my third grade elementary school teacher. Matter of fact, actually, let me take that shout out back. Now that I think about it, I didn't like your ass. Fuck you. Shout out to my senior year history teacher, Teresa Carroll. She was dope as fuck. And if I forgot you, my bad. But other than that, man, shout out to y'all too, man. Killer and the plug. Right. The plug. Boom bap. Dead.
For life. Never.
Dead.
Yo, next week we're gonna start the music club. We're gonna have one album. We're gonna have a whole week to digest one album.
Man, stick a fork in it. All right, pick the album, man. Except Boom Bap. I ain't doing that shit, man.
All right, that's a bet.
Actually, if I do, it'll really be like I'll just be taking one long ass nap. That might actually help. All right.
I'll send you. I'll send you. Busy Bee Volume 1, nigga. You could. This nigga's fire. Oh, yeah.
Busy. Okay. Yep. And I'll be asleep before I even got to the first chapter of Volume 1. And Busy Bee wasn't. You talking about the rapper, right? Not the producer.
Yeah.
Or was that Easy?
Yeah, the rapper.
Easy Moby. I'm thinking of.
Hey yo, on some real shit too, yo. Heavy D outside of Biggie, like Heavy D might be the Heavy D and Pun. Take Heavy D and Pun off, yo. Heavy D might be the third best fat nigga ever, yo, to rap.
That's possible. That's a conversation. That's possible.
No, man. Heavy D ain't better than Rick Ross.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Are you serious?
Yes, I absolutely. Are you really about to do this, bro?
Yes, nigga. Like Rick Ross got better albums. Yeah.
What?
But
Okay.
Rick Ross don't rap better than Heavy D.
Oh my goodness, man.
Man, as a matter of fact, yo.
Although it sounded dope, but dilly 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 D
Heavy D
is
birthed
not rapping.
Rick Ross. Heavy D birthed Rick Ross.
Oh boy, you are the reach god has come home. I'm just saying that how did that
I'm
occur?
talking about Heavy D before Rick Ross. I'm saying that's just me personally, though.
And you're the only one, bro. Something ain't right with you.
Might be.
Are you limping? You okay? Let me make sure, man.
I'm good.
Something not right. How the fuck do you say that Heavy D birthed Rick Ross?
Fat niggas. Somebody had to make it cool to be the fat nigga.
I mean, shit. 8 Ball made it cool to be fat.
Heavy D was before that. Yeah.
It might have been actually around the same time.
No, nigga, no.
Okay, well maybe not. But I would argue that 8 Ball was a better rapper than Heavy D. Prove me wrong. I think Rome
What's
had.
up on Sunday? Before we get out of here, what's popping on Sunday? We getting crunk for like 4 hours or what the fuck?
I don't know about the 4 hours. We definitely gonna do the 2. Might go depending on what time you fall through. We might go through K Chill crib for a little before the 6 o'clock joint.
All right, that's what's up.
You know, and speaking of that, man, don't forget to fuck with the family, man. LiberationMindedMedia.net. That is Through the Knowledge Radio, the rundown with Renee, Black Eye Stand Radio, and My Skin Is My Sin. And on that note, man, we out, man. I'm about to go to bed.
Peace.
Peace.